Welcome to this month's episode of The Breeze. This month, we have a topic that sort of came to mind last month. We had a very good discussion last month about during this hiatus and activity and closed facilities and so on, and regaining our joy, our sense of happiness, contentment, and what we were doing about it, what steps we might consider taking or what plans we were making to sort of get back onto what we came down here for in retirement, and that is to be active adults and to experience happiness, contentment, and have a sense of joy. And ladies, did you have anything to ask for that before today's topic? Because today, Margie, I'm going to call on you first to explain something to me. Nothing to add?
No, I'm just happy to be here.
Are you saying about joy?
Good. But one of the keys is that you don't see people wandering around talking about it, but you've alluded to it in the past, Margie, and that is the importance of laughter, the importance of laughing in life, and what it does for you, not only, at the moment when you see something or hear something or experience something funny and you just have to chuckle, but it actually has some bona fide measurable benefits, does it not?
Well, it does. And I was just thinking today that it's a gift that has been put inside of us. What about babies? Are babies taught how to laugh? No. They just giggle away, be that at a little animal or be that at somebody saying, oh, it's so cute. There's sort of this innate capacity to laugh. And I think, and I have to admit on my part, I'm probably not making use of that often enough. And it may be because I'm in a house alone and I can laugh at the little antics of my guinea pig, but that's about it, unless I laugh at myself. And so it just seems important that we need to awaken to the fact that we have this great gift, and it has medicinal qualities, it has social qualities, it raises our well-being. So why don't we talk about it more, and why don't we just learn more about it and how we can increase that?
I think it's important to be spontaneous too. I went shopping yesterday. I was over at the grocery store, and this guy was just having a conversation at the meat case. I said, isn't it something? I said, you standing here talking to yourself. And he just started laughing. He says, yeah. I said, we all do it.
Well, I don't usually go to the meat section to get my yucks, but maybe, Margie, you need a funnier guinea pig. But tell us about some of the positive aspects that have been actually observable, and mentioned in the research you did, Margie.
Well, I took a look at the benefits of laughter, and there's a lot out there. Laughter is the best medicine. We've heard that growing up. Laughter strengthens our immune system. It boosts our mood. It diminishes our pain, and it protects us from damaging effects of stress. Now that's free medical advice, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Just laugh.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm
it keeps us
wondering
grounded.
how it affects our immune system. We're all interested in that, and building the immune system in these days. And how does laughter do that, I'm wondering? Do you have any idea?
How that
Well, I know
happens?
they say endorphins, it creates endorphins, which is like a healthy dosage of internal medication. And those endorphins can get you through a lot.
Okay.
It does, and it's already built in. One thing I read here, it said highly addictive opioid drugs like heroin also bind the receptors. But why buy heroin if you can just make yourself laugh and laugh more often? It accomplishes kind of the same thing, legally and enjoyably.
One thing
And
you got to be
also-
careful. You got to be careful about that you don't laugh at the wrong time so the paddy wagon doesn't come and get you.
That's true. That's right. And it
Well,
also
I consider myself a humorous guy, and as I understand it, not only does it have some sort of magical effect, but socially, I think it if you ask a woman to name her top three things that she's looking for in a mate, sense of humor is right up there at the top.
Definitely.
It is. That's right. So ladies out there know that. Women laugh about 126% more than their male counterparts. How about that? But men seem
Really?
to instigate laughter the most.
Okay.
Yeah, we laugh at you guys.
You laughing at us or with us?
Both. Hey, and
So that goes,
some of the go back in the day, some of the pickup lines, we laugh at you. Definitely.
so it's no surprise then the couples who both laugh report having higher quality relationships. So it kind of comes down to a choice on our part. And that's what's so lovely about it. If we have not been laughers, it's like it's never too late. Just like that baby who has the laughter button inside when they're born, ours is still there. And maybe we could talk a little bit about what laughter was in our growing up and what that might have formed in how we do laughter now. Maybe there were some connections. What do you think?
Well, I think it's important to kind of look at that. You know, when I was younger than I am now, I always looked at things in sort of a funny way and tried to find the humor in a lot of things. Sometimes inappropriately, obviously, and sometimes using kind of dark humor. But
I can see that.
say again.
I can see that.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes it's the only way you can get through a difficult situation is the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't recall having any really funny relatives. I remember doing some stupid things that made me laugh, or them doing stupid things, not me. You know, as I got older and I got into relationships, sometimes you would argue about such stupid stuff, you'd have to sit there and say, this is ridiculous, and laugh about it. Or it could become a real problem between two people. If you're locked up in a house together for several months with even the one you love, if you don't have a little humor now, you'll be in trouble deep.
Got to. Definitely. Definitely.
I think I heard once where it takes less muscles, fewer muscles to laugh than it does to cry, for what that's worth. But what about the homes that we grew up in, that era? What was it like for you in terms of laughter?
I know for me it was probably so professional and businesslike that you don't really see it the same way because my mother was a working parent. And so perhaps in some of her work scenarios, there might have been laughter, but it wasn't something that, I thought of, sitting on the couch and, watching a movie kind of thing. Today it's so different. You've got so many other vehicles and mediums than what we had, at least when I was growing up. I mean, my fun and laughter came from being outside with my friends and playing playing games like we did Double Dutch, which was so much fun. Then we used to do a game called it was a type of a tag, and you'd have each group lined up on two sides, and then you had people in the middle, and you had to run from each side without getting tagged. But the fun part, if there was somebody that you liked, you wanted to get tagged.
There you go, Tina.
It was a tag and tackle kind of thing, especially if it was snow on the ground.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I mean, playing games brings enjoyment. And sometimes because you're tickled or you're having fun, it comes out in the form of laughter, which is a release.
Mhm.
But in terms of laughing your way through hard times, is that something that you relate to?
Wow. I
Yeah.
don't know that I could mask sadness sometimes. I don't think it has to be an either or. I think you have to just make sure you put a dose of laughter within that same day. Because we can never laugh at somebody's misfortunes. I can laugh at myself. I'm entitled to do that, but I don't think I can just say, oh, come on, laugh, be happy. Let's go people are hurting. But I hope it's included somewhere in the day.
I always tell my friends who are sad, especially if it's about, a loss of whatever situation, a person, a job, or what have you, is to use as a comfort blanket those happy memories and be able to try to bring them to focus to get you through. And, you might be thinking about something that makes you sad, but then you think about that same time that person brought you such joy that you can smile.
Mhm.
And that helps to get you through whatever you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, or you can, yeah, I can remember many times in my career when there were very tense moments during meetings and there was a lot of dollars at stake, that someone would be able to, in effect, break the ice with a well-deserved or well-taken quip of some sort and get a little laugh out of somebody. You could sit back, relax, regroup, and figure out why you had come to that moment of stress.
Right,
And
right.
Yeah. It's a great antidote to tension, for sure. Yeah.
We had a
And there were
couple.
so many different kinds of laughs. Doug, are you going to laugh for us?
Am I going to laugh for you?
Yeah, and then we'll decide which laugh that is. We have a list here, right, Tina?
Yeah.
Well, what kind of laugh was that? Chuckle, chortle?
Oh, yeah.
What, the one I
Yeah.
did or
Is that
yours?
what you are? A
Yeah,
cackle is a
more of
loud
a
laugh.
chuckler than a chortler than anything else.
Well, a cackle
I'm
is a
not a
loud laugh.
hee-hawer. I'm not a brayer. And I only guffaw or do a spit take when I'm watching something really unexpected. Well, how about yourselves? I mean, you guys, are you gigglers? Tina, you giggle occasionally.
Yeah, and you know what? I love watching comedies on TV like Kevin Hart and Steve Harvey, different comedians like that, some of the females. And I just get surprised by something all of a sudden that they say. And I don't know what the style is, but I just know that when I need a charge, that's what I look for. It's a comedic relief. Robin, what was his name? Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Mork and Mindy, when he would do his comedic stuff, I mean, I could look at that today and just enjoy it because it was off the cuff, it was quick. Oh my goodness, there's something in the yard that's making me laugh right now. It's a beautiful hawk I just saw.
Okay.
Oh, right on time.
Yeah, right on time. See, you never know.
That's right. That's right.
Well, then there's, the type of humor that you relate to. What does that tell you about you? For example, every guy I know, and especially golfers, loves the movie Caddyshack. Women hate it, or don't hate it, but they don't like it. Have you ever?
Not my favorite.
Not my favorite, you say. How about you, Margie?
I don't think she's ever seen
I
it.
don't even remember seeing it.
Well, see,
Must have been too funny.
guys can quote lines from that. I mean, guys remember lines from funny flicks. Women don't. What's up with that?
Mhm.
I don't know. Perhaps, it no, I don't want to get on you now, but I was going to say it's the little things that count.
What does that mean?
And perhaps, because it's so baseline in a way that those are things they remember, so they can recite it to the guys. It's a guy thing.
Oh,
Now I can remember lyrics and music. Now, do you remember
certainly.
lyrics and music?
There's certainly guy humor, which you wouldn't share with women generally. And there's certainly women. Is there such thing as women's humor you wouldn't share with guys?
I don't think so.
I've
What
never
about you,
been
Margie?
invited. No,
No.
we would never.
Invited to a women's humor show?
Maybe we can come up with that. Well, I
I
want you
think-
to
I'll
know.
tell you, there are a bunch of different ways to get your laughs. And we took a few minutes and went out on the street and talked to some residents about what laughter means in their life, and what do they think of as the major benefits of getting a good laugh now and then. Let's take a look. Well, Gene, we're here at Perrysburg, and you've just had a great workout. Do you think laughter is the best medicine, and what makes you laugh these days?
I think laughter is a great medicine. It gives you endorphins, and probably some of my golf shots lately have been pretty laughable.
And in addition to laughter, what keeps you in such a good shape?
Well, I've always been around health and fitness all my life. I taught high school and college health and fitness classes. I've been an LPGA teacher for 40 years, so trying to make my students have fun hitting a golf ball is very important. I think we take a lot of the games and things that we do serious, and laughter just seems to help a lot, especially when you're under pressure.
Well, Mike, they say laughter is the best medicine, literally, and it's good for you. And what makes you laugh?
A good sitcom on TV, basically.
And you got any example of that?
My number one sitcom would be Seinfeld. I've watched every episode at least 4 times.
I've been laughing all my life. My father was a cartoonist, so I grew up in a family of laughers, and I think it's best for your health, and keep laughing, everybody.
And you're also here at Perrysburg working out, so you must take your health seriously.
I do. I try to get in here 3 times a week. At my age, you have to keep moving, otherwise you're going in the wrong direction.
What makes me laugh? Mostly people, because if you're talking about just ordinary things, and people turn ordinary things into something funny. And so I think conversation with friends or making friends is the best way, first of all, to be able to have a nice conversation. And eventually, when you get to know them, you can kid them about it, even tease them a little bit.
Well, some of those answers were pretty funny themselves, and some were not so funny at all. But it seems like everybody has their own approach and their own belief in whether laughter really is a benefit.
And like you say, with men, I think it's more of a dark humor. And some of it is humor that you could definitely not say at work. Whereas with women, I think that for us, it's more about outward things, children, other girls, other women that we know, perhaps the guy we're dating, that kind of stuff. Can you believe what he did or what he said, or, well, we're going this way, for the next event, do you think he's going to, take me to a nice dinner or whatever? I mean, we find humor.
Well, some of those answers were pretty funny themselves, and some were not so funny at all. But it seems like everybody has their own approach and their own belief in whether laughter really is a benefit.
And like you say, with men, I think it's more of a dark humor. And some of it is humor that you could definitely not say at work. Whereas with women, I think that for us, it's more about outward things, children, other girls, other women that we know, perhaps the guy we're dating, that kind of stuff. Can you believe what he did or what he said, or, well, we're going this way, for the next event, do you think he's going to, take me to a nice dinner or whatever? I mean, we find humor in all kinds of things like that.
Yeah, I don't find any humor in that. No, but here's another little observation is that a guy can tell a joke, apropos of nothing, tell a joke that he heard when he was in first grade and tell it like it was brand new to him. And everybody may have heard it, but they'll still laugh because it's funny forever. And I never hear a woman or a group of women standing around telling jokes that they recall from their youth. They just don't do it. And maybe
You're just not around. You're not around them. We can do that. We can tell lots of jokes. We just never tell men jokes, of course. But, we do have our moments. We have laughs together. Let me share something with you, a Facebook survey. since 2015, only 33% of online users preferred emojis, you know, those little laughter things and all that you insert. And 1.9 reverted to the once trendy laughing out loud, LOL. Instead, people are now going HAHA all over social media, haha. More than half of all online users will e-laugh today, not realizing that sometimes their laugh doesn't translate in another person's culture.
Sometimes,
And another piece here was the origin of the laugh track. When you're watching a comedy, I mean, you know, my head early on always envisioned that people were in an audience, you know, but it was the laugh track. It was canned laughter, which we know, that was first added to TV programming in 1950 on NBC, The Hank McCoon Show. I think I was probably didn't,
Never
I
heard
didn't
of
have TV, didn't have TV in 1950. But it was the brainchild of an engineer who 40 years later got an Emmy Award for his contribution. So next time we hear the laugh track, okay, I know that's not an audience, we know that, but what it does, it increases the chance that viewers will find that with comedy.
Well,
So
you
it
know,
draws
it's
us
interesting.
in.
I participated in shows when I lived in LA, and depends upon the show. They'll say live from New York, like, you know, the night shows, those are live and they have real audiences, and most of those are not tracked. But there are some, like you say, that, you know, like All in the Family, some of the older shows like that did have laugh tracks. So, you know, it just depends, you know, what you're looking at. But they will have people that they have start the show to get the audience warmed up for whatever show
sure,
that's
they
coming
warm up
on.
the crowd, but don't you find laugh tracks annoying sometimes?
Yeah, because you know, maybe what we just saw wasn't really funny.
Well, that's right, that's right. They're trying to tell you this is funny, laugh.
This is funny, and it's not funny to me.
Okay, well, I think we've identified certain types of laughter. Then there's the sarcastic laugh, the sinister laugh, something like
You
that.
you do that.
Yeah, I just did. And the thing is, you know, getting in a group is laughter truly infectious.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Genuine laughter, genuine tickle. You start, in my case, you certainly laugh at somebody laughing. You don't laugh at what they're laughing at.
Yes.
You're laughing
Yes.
at
Or
them,
at their
yeah.
laugh. Yeah.
And so
Sun City used to have a class. It was kind of like a trial class on laughter. And I actually attended one of the sessions and enjoyed it. And it was infectious because it basically was exercises in laughter and the contagion of laughter and how to inspire other people to laugh because it was so medicinal.
I'd
Go
like
ahead.
to see if we can still connect to that after everything kind of settles down.
Yeah.
I think
We
it's
can
great
look
because I
in-
think we underestimate our laughter capability, you know, especially if we live alone.
Well, I
And
think when
especially
you're
if we
coming
don't.
through some periods of inactivity that can lead to anomie, social dysfunction, even depression.
Yeah.
You have to understand the beauty and the simplicity and the effectiveness of simple laughter.
Yes.
Though there are many of us in Sun City and all over the place that can use a little bit of self-reflection to try to find the humor in something rather than simply saying, woe is me. And if they can do that, suddenly magically things will turn a little bit better for them. And we certainly hope so.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Well, that's it for this week's episode, or this month's episode that goes by so fast. And we hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you get a good laugh out of some of the things we say, and you go out with a different attitude now and laugh it up, and you will feel better. And
Let's all laugh our way out of here, Doug.
well,
Our best laugh. Ah. Come on, Doug.
Very good. We'll see you next month when we again shoot the breeze and have a good laugh.